My name is Melanie. I am 21 years old. I live in New York. When I was a little girl, I lived in a small house. It was always quiet. I felt very alone. I lived with a woman. Her name was Lydia. I thought she was my mother, but she never hugged me. She was not kind. I wanted her love so much. She never looked at me with love, not once. But I never thought one day she would hurt me for money. She forced me to sell my body and destroyed my life. When I was 18 years old, things started to get very bad. One night, I heard her talking on the phone and I could not believe what I heard. She was in her room. She said, "She is young. She is clean and pure. She will do what you say. Pay in cash." Just one night. I felt scared. My hands were shaking. I did not understand every word, but I knew she was talking about me. My heart broke. The next day, Lydia looked at me and said, "You are not a little girl anymore. You are 18 now. It is time for you to help me make money." Her face had no love. She told me to wear makeup. She told me to wear something nice and look beautiful, like I was being prepared for someone. Then she took me to a big house. A man was waiting there. He looked at my body in a strange way. He smiled at me, but I did not like it. I was scared. I wanted to run. But where could I go? I had no one in this world. I used to think maybe all girls lived this way. Maybe the pain, the fear, and the silence were normal. I told myself this is how it is. Just survive. Lydia went into another room. She left me alone with the man. He held my hand. He said, "You are very pretty." I was shaking. My heart was beating fast. I said, "Please, I can clean your house. I will do anything. Please respect my body. I am not something to play with." He did not listen. He only wanted my body, not my words, not my heart. And then he did something terrible to me. He used me. He looked at me like I was not human, like I had no heart, no value. He was not a man. He was a monster. He treated me like an object. He made me feel dirty, ashamed, and broken. But the worst part was it all happened because of the woman I thought was my mother. The woman I trusted, the woman I loved. She was the one who sent me there. She destroyed my life. Now I feel like no one would want to marry me. No one would love me. I feel broken. Lydia came back. She gave me some money and said, "Take this." But I threw it away. I said, "I lost everything today. What will this fix?" And then I cried like a little girl. She laughed. She said, "This is just the beginning." That night I cried all night. My whole body felt weak. I was very sad and scared. I did not know what to do. I started to hate myself. People used my body and then left me. Is a woman only made for her body just for people to use her and then leave? The pain was killing me slowly. Then another man came to the house. He looked kind. He gave money to Lydia, and then she left me alone with him in another room. When he walked into the room, I felt nervous and scared. He looked at me and said, "You are so beautiful." I looked down and said, "Please do not think of me like other girls. I am not beautiful. I feel ugly inside, but I want to live with respect. I never wanted this life. It was not my choice. I was forced into it. This is not something I enjoy. I am just helpless. She forced me into this life. I never wanted to be with different men. I hate it. It makes me feel empty and broken inside. No one listens to me. Every man who comes becomes cruel." He looked at me and said, "I understand your pain. I will not hurt you." For the first time, someone saw me as a human being, not just a body. One evening, my mother took me to a hotel. She said, "Someone special wants to meet you. Be nice." We entered the hotel lobby. I saw a woman sitting near the window. She noticed me and smiled. I quickly looked away while my mother talked to a man. I felt nervous. My legs were shaking. The woman walked over. "Hi, sweetheart," she said. "Are you okay?" I did not answer. I did not know if I should. She said, "My name is Barbara. You look very tired. Do you want something to eat?" Before I could speak, my mom came back. She grabbed my arm and said, "Go upstairs. Room 305. Don't ask anything. Just go." As she pulled me away, Barbara came close and gave me a small paper. She said, "If you ever feel scared or in trouble, call me. I will help you." I walked up to the room. My heart was crying. I knocked on the door. A man opened it. He smiled in a strange way and said, "Come in." I looked behind me, but my mother was already gone. I stepped inside. The door closed behind me. And once again, I felt a part of me die. Time passed. I turned 20 years old. Lydia told people she is my niece, but it was a lie. One day I felt so tired I could not walk straight. I fell on the street. When I opened my eyes, I was in a hospital bed. A nurse smiled at me and asked, "Where is your mother?" I said, "She is not coming." Then the doctor came in. He looked at me and said, "You are pregnant." I froze. My heart felt heavy. Tears filled my eyes. I called Barbara and said, "Barbara, I am at the hospital. I need you." She said, "What happened? Are you okay?" I said, "Please come. I cannot do this alone." Barbara came quickly. When she saw me lying there, she ran to me and held my hand. The doctor walked in and said, "She is pregnant." Barbara was shocked, her eyes filled with tears. She looked at me and said, "Oh, sweetheart, I am so sorry." I cried and said, "I do not want this baby. I was forced. I just want to be free." Barbara said, "You are not alone. You were forced. It's not your fault. You are still strong." For the first time, I felt like I had control over my own life. Barbara took me to a safe place. I had my own bed, food, and a door that locked. One day, Barbara got a call. She answered. Her face changed. I knew something was wrong. Later, she sat next to me and said, "Melanie, someone called me a nurse. She saw your photo and recognized you." My heart began to beat fast. Barbara took a deep breath and said, 20 years ago, a woman named Emma Thompson gave birth to a baby girl at Riverdale Hospital. That night, someone stole the baby. The mother was found dead in her room. I could not breathe. I said, "Are you saying that baby was me?" She nodded, then showed me a photo. A small baby with my eyes, my nose, my face. Tears came to my eyes. All my life I thought no one wanted me. I thought maybe I was born for pain. But now I knew the truth. I was stolen, not thrown away. Lydia is in prison now. I do not go to see her. I began to heal. The bad dreams still came. But I was not that broken girl anymore. I am Emma's daughter. And finally, I have found myself. This story is for you. For every girl who feels lost, hurt, or broken, your body is yours. Your life is yours. You are not weak. Do not give your life to anyone. Not to a man. Not to fear. If you made a mistake, it's not the end. You still have time to change your life just like I did. You are strong. You are not alone. If you like this story, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.